26th.
Temperatures slightly rebound mid to upper 30s with lingering snow showers, and it's a snowy period that we're settling into. I'll have those full details coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we hear more from Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson as she continues her push for the race for governor. Plus, more on the ongoing rift between UP Republicans and Congressman Jack Bergman over his endorsement of a state Senate candidate. And with all the snow we received this season, some schools are already getting close to reaching their snow day limit. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We've had a decent amount of snow over the last 24 hours, and this original system, a lot of it did happen overnight last night, but it is going to slightly continue through tomorrow morning. So winter weather advisory, yes, we've been downgraded, but we still have some risks with that. But places like Houghton and Copper Harbor, Eagle Harbor, you're still under that winter storm warning through the morning. So that is just going to depend on how much more snow you get, and of course that impact of ice and wind, all those winter conditions, and I'll talk all about that, including your weekend, in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. As the fall midterms near, Democratic gubernatorial candidate and Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson says health care is a top priority. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with Benson about her plan to reform the state's Health and Human Services Department.
Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson says Michigan's healthcare system is broken and needs reform. In her campaign for governor, she unveiled a plan to cut waste at the state's health agency and redirect those savings to improve care.
By cutting those costs and streamlining how things are working, modernizing services, you're actually creating a more lean and streamlined agency.
Benson says those cost savings could create a more user-friendly department, expand access to care, and grow the state's medical workforce. Her plan would require hospitals to provide cost estimates up front and would reform the system to file complaints about insurance providers.
In places like the Upper Peninsula, quality care is too expensive, and a shortage of trained medical professionals means that bills are getting more and more expensive, while outcomes are stagnant or difficult to achieve at all.
Benson is proposing to expand the mobile Secretary of State's office model to create mobile health care centers and bring preventative care to underserved communities.
My healthcare agenda actually invests in making sure we are bringing care directly to communities.
She plans to expand programs, she says, invest in addressing the critical shortage of medical professionals in rural healthcare deserts.
Expanding learning programs, scholarships, loan forgiveness, incentives, housing support, other things that can bring nurses and physicians and doctors to all rural areas of our state.
Benson is one of 2 Democrats in the race, along with 1 independent and 7 Republicans seeking the governor's office. The primary election will happen August 3rd and the general on November 4th. For Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
A political rift is widening within the ranks of Upper Peninsula Republicans ahead of the August primary. Our own John Truitt explains.
State Senator Ed McBroom and Representative Carl Bonak and Greg Markkinen say they are withdrawing their support for Congressman Jack Bergman after he endorsed former lawmaker Beau Lefebvre in the race for the state Senate in the 38th District.
He promised he wasn't going to. He backed out on that promise, but whatever, right? But, then the kind of the smearing of those of us who supported Dave.
McBroom, who currently holds the seat but is term limited, says Bergman had pledged to stay neutral in the contest. In a statement, McBroom accused the congressman of breaking that promise and interfering in a race that should be decided by UP residents.
Jack's not really a part of that. He does his Washington thing and does what he wants, and that's fine. It's stay in his lane then if he wants, or get involved. But to go around and trash us out of the blue just because we supported the other guy. Just was too much.
LaFave, who is a two-term former state rep from the 108th District, is facing current 108th State Representative Dave Preston for the Republican nomination. Preston has the endorsement of McBroom, Bonac, and Markkanen.
Your UP team is putting the UP before a party, and we're standing strong on getting stuff done for the UP.
McBroom feels these personal jabs are a distraction from the substantive issues facing UP residents and wants to move on and serve the people of Upper Michigan. John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
19 News has reached out to both the LaFave and Bergman campaigns. We have not yet received a response. With the recurring winter storms hitting the UP, some schools are nearing their limit of inclement weather days. Schools in Gladstone, Bark River, Rapid River, and Escanaba told students to stay home today due to the icy roads. According to Escanaba Area Public Schools, the district is allowed to take 6 snow days per year, and today was the 5th. If more than 6 days are needed, schools can apply to receive up to 3 more. The superintendent says with the district's large service area, canceling classes is necessary on days like today.
The Escanaba Area Public Schools covers 180 square miles. You can have conditions in different areas in the district that, just might be dangerous for kids and families coming to school. And if we feel like the risk is just too high, then we'll call a snow day.
Districts that exceed their snow day limits can extend school hours, add days to the end of the year, or implement online instruction days. Escanaba's superintendent says those adjustments would be worth it to ensure the safety of staff, students, guardians, and bus drivers.
Instruction is valuable, and we also realize that it inconveniences a lot of our families who have to plan for child care. So we do put a lot of thought into whether or not it's going to be appropriate. It's not the easy decision that sometimes people think it is, but we do our best to make it in the best interests of our families and our staff.
In the last 9 years, the district has only requested additional inclement weather days 1 time. 18 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, and investigators say the only video they've recovered from the scene is the video already shared with the public. Jonathan Bigliotti has the latest developments from Tucson tonight.
Tonight, the Pima County Sheriff tells CBS News that investigators have not ruled out an accomplice who may have entered Nancy Guthrie's home. This, as Sheriff Chris Nano says, the doorbell video of the masked male suspect seen outside Guthrie's front door is the only video they've been able to recover so far from multiple cameras at her home. Authorities also called on neighbors to check their cameras, but nearly 3 weeks into this search and not a single one appears to have captured anything suspicious. The FBI released this security video more than a week ago, and it remains the only concrete view of the suspect. DNA evidence recovered from the crime scene is still being analyzed, but has yet to yield results. The FBI has also visited multiple gun stores in Tucson based on this image. One shop owner says he was shown a list of names and photos.
Based on that video that I saw of the kidnapper, the facial hair that I saw on the video reminds me a lot of these photographs.
This as 88 Crime has increased its reward to $102,500 for information leading to an arrest in Guthrie's disappearance. Meanwhile, police have deployed signal sniffer technology hoping to pick up pings from Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker.
These devices, what happens is they transmit every 2 to 3 minutes, and you're able to pick this specific signal up from hundreds of feet away up in the air. You can definitely leverage sensitive tools to home in on this range and potentially locate Nancy.
And investigators tonight working with the private sector as they try to recover video from the home, but so far, not a single new frame. This as the FBI continues to call on the public for information.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, peace talks between the U.S., Ukraine, and Russia just wrapped up in Geneva, with Ukraine hinting at progress. We'll have the latest. And a major trial puts social media giants under the microscope. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg takes the stand, defending platforms accused of targeting kids with addictive features. We'll have more on that when we come back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Cue the magic. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm a Fisher.
I went to a different school every single year. I think it gives you social confidence. And so I did sort of hone my comedy skills.
I definitely had to be funny. Yeah, because I was a nerd. Plus, Olympian Jason Brown and Penn and Teller are bringing the tricks. You shut your mouth. How did you do that?
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we believe that beauty is more than just skin deep. Improve your physical appearance, but also boost your confidence and well-being. We use high-quality products and the latest techniques to provide outstanding results. Our goal is to create a welcoming and inclusive space where you can relax, unwind, and feel your best self. Are you ready? LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee. Be your best you.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Hi, I'm Jamie Farr. Sir! We military doctors worked hard to save lives every day. From the battlefield to the operating room, we did our best.
Hey!
What?
You weren't a doctor.
But I played one on TV.
No, you didn't play one on the show either.
Oh, that's right. I was a nurse.
Weekdays and Sundays at 7 on BTV 19.1. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are definitely not through with the snow, the ice, and not just for this original winter system, but it looks like for a little bit of a week or so. So a snowy pattern we have officially set up for 11.3 inches officially from today as of 5:30. That could change slightly for the midnight numbers, but the bulk of it did come overnight last night. 28 for the high, the average is 26, so we're back down to where we should be. But 11.3 inches of snow for Marquette actually is a new single day snowfall record just for this specific day. So it doesn't take the cake for the single day snowfall ever, but specifically for the February 18th record, we now hold that spot for number one. And the previous record that we bumped out was 8.4 inches back in 2009. And just a little comparison, February so far where we are and what's the normal amount of snow. The normal snowfall for us in February is 20.9 inches and we already have 17.8. So with this snowy period that we're settling into, I have a pretty good inkling to say that we might get to that, maybe even a little bit more. Winter weather advisories, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one issued later in the week. I personally don't issue them. The National Weather Service does, and they have us under a winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning still for Houghton and Keweenaw counties. So if you are up towards that area, that is going to subject you to a little extra snow and even the ice as well. So as for the snow, everyone going to see some more mixed precipitation, an additional 1 to 3 inches, maybe 3 to 9 up to that winter storm warning area, and that's through tomorrow morning. So don't be surprised if you wake up and you need to leave more time to clear some snow off or to just walk to your car very slowly because there's a little glaze of ice. And the wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Because the temperatures are on the comfortable side, they are going to be technically above average in the mid-30s tomorrow. The wind chill isn't too big of a factor, but just watch out for blowing snow around. And again, with the visibility aspect with that, those places with the winter storm warning like Houghton through Copper Harbor, you have the greatest risk of low visibility. So you need to just have a slow go tomorrow morning and make sure you account that time. You don't want to be rushing around and try to rush to work and then have there be an issue. So we all want to be safe, of course, with just the last little stretch of winter that we have. We are going to see a decent amount of snow throughout this week, and it's because this system, you can see the rotation here, it's just going to dump more snow, more ice, and even rain in some spots, and the temperatures will be a little all over the place. You just have to watch watch out for the overnight lows when they're below freezing. If you do have rain, then it's going to freeze for when you try to start your day and walk, and it will be ice. We finally get that rotation of the system out of here, but then that's when we get the tail end of it. So for tomorrow morning, here's your 1 to 3 inches of snow expected, but because of this system that we're working with that wants to move very slow, that sets up for a very snowy 7-day, and temperatures continue to plummet. We go from the 20s for the weekend, start off this upcoming week in the teens, and don't recover too much for the rest of it.
Kelly, thank you again. Powerful winds are fueling fast-moving wildfires from Colorado to Texas and Oklahoma.
That fire's growing.
In Woodward, Oklahoma, a wildfire scorched thousands of acres, forcing families there to evacuate their homes. The winds have been so strong, firefighters have not been able to use helicopters or airplanes to drop water on the massive flames. It's a similar story in southwestern Kansas, where crews say the fire stretches more than 6 miles. And in Elbert County, Colorado, neighbors jumped in to help battle a blaze that torched more than 5,000 acres.
I'm a retired firefighter and just asked if they needed a driver, needed help, so came out and been here helping.
Back in western Oklahoma, red flag warnings for dangerously high winds and low humidity continue until this evening. Peace talks between the U.S., Ukraine, and Russia wrapped up in Geneva after 2 days. Ukraine says there's been some progress, but didn't provide details. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has more.
It's almost been 5 years since Russia launched their latest attack on Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky took to social media, saying in part that these meetings have been difficult and that Russia is trying to drag out these negotiations. For the past couple of days, representatives for Ukraine, Russia, and the United States met in Geneva on the latest rounds of peace talks.
There's progress, but no details can be disclosed at this stage.
Details of the progress remain limited, but Ukraine's lead negotiator says they are still working to achieve their goal.
The ultimate objective is unchanged, a just and sustainable peace.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who was not present at the talks, shared on social media, quote, "Meetings were indeed difficult, and we can state that Russia is trying to drag out negotiations that could already have reached the final stage," end quote. He thanked the American delegation and also gave a push towards his Ukrainian delegation to do whatever it is possible to reach peaceful solutions. And in a video message, he's trying to secure additional air defenses, especially following recent Russian strikes on Ukraine.
The team absolutely must raise the issue of these strikes. First of all, with the American side, which proposed that both us and Russia refrain from attacks. Ukraine is ready. We do not need war.
Ukraine is eager for this war to end, and President Donald Trump recently said that Ukraine better come to the table fast. In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg took the stand in Los Angeles Superior Court today. In a landmark trial, plaintiffs and their parents alleged the social media apps Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are addictive and harmful to kids and teens. Gwen Baumgartner reports from Los Angeles.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg arrived to court in Los Angeles to testify in a social media trial whose outcome could have a sweeping impact. The plaintiff, a woman with the initials KGM, alleges that Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube were intentionally designed to be addictive, with infinite scrolling, autoplay, and recommendation algorithms. At one point on Wednesday, Zuckerberg testified that Instagram has shifted away from time spent on the platform as a goal. The plaintiff's attorney responded, saying when KGM was about 10 years old, the goal was to increase time spent, adding that's what is relevant.
A trial like this one will hopefully uncover the disconnect between what companies say publicly to drive up business and engagement and what is actually going on behind the scenes.
Back outside the courthouse, advocates and family members of those who have struggled with social media's impact held hands in solidarity.
The intention of the company was to prey on teens, use teens' usage, exploit them so they can make greater profits.
In a statement to CBS News, Meta says it strongly disagrees with the allegations, citing its commitment to supporting young people with built-in protections. YouTube parent Google says the allegations in these complaints are simply not true.
TikTok and Snap have settled the Los Angeles case, while Meta also faces a separate social media-related trial that began last week in New Mexico. Still to come on your 19 News, a classic tale of drama and desire hits the stage at NMU this weekend. We'll have a preview when we come back.
Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. With dozens of games to choose from and millions of dollars in prizes, it's instant fun for everyone. Multiply your fun with our newest games with 171 million in prizes.
Houghton's the spot where we get all 4 seasons, the snow, the shine, everything in between. So the shoes are everything. You know, what you have is going to help you perform better, perform longer, stay injury-free longer. Whether you're a runner, walker, or you're just looking for a shoe to get yourself through the day, we'll take an extensive approach to finding the shoe that's right for you. Whatever surface that you're going to be on, we've got you covered.
Good news, Michigan. Eligibility for the MyAble Disability Savings Program has expanded. Anyone whose disability was diagnosed before the age of 46 is now eligible to invest, save, and spend with MyAble, making it possible to plan for the future or fund everyday expenses related to healthcare, education, and more. See what MyAble can make possible for you at michigan.gov/myable.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, the NMU Theater and Dance Program will host its own rendition of A Streetcar Named Desire. Tonight, they held a dress rehearsal before they opened the floor for 2 upcoming weekends of showtimes. The 1950s New Orleans drama, full of intensity and heartbreak, comes after months of several-hour-long student rehearsals. The performances will be held in NMU's 2-sided black box theater, where the play's lead performer says she looks forward to immersing the audience in each scene.
It's kind of like being in the play yourself because you're so close to everyone and you see all of their expressions, and it's kind of like they're inviting you in to experience it with you. It's a Tennessee Williams play, so it's a classic. We've put it in the time period but have adapted it a little bit for our more modern audience.
Tickets for opening weekend can be found on NMU's ticketing website. We'll have more details on WZMQ19.com. Getting a great picture of yourself has gotten a lot easier and cheaper thanks to artificial intelligence. Experts say the AI-generated headshot market is booming, but there are some things to watch out for when using a virtual portrait for a job search. Evan Moon has tips from career experts.
From a lens to a laptop, headshots are getting a high-tech makeover as artificial intelligence changes what it means to get camera ready. A recent study found 44% of people would consider using an AI photo of themselves.
It's fast, it's simple, it's cost effective.
We spoke with Sam DeMace, a career expert at ZipRecruiter, about using AI-generated portraits professionally.
You risk the idea of corporate catfishing. AI tools can cause a rubbery or plastic-like effect on your skin. A poorly edited AI headshot is going to trigger a lack of trust from the recruiter immediately.
Professional photographers are seeing the trend impact their business.
I think there's a fear in every line of work that AI might take our jobs, and photographers are no exception.
Peter Hurley has been capturing faces for over 25 years.
Hold that, very nice.
And wrote a book called The Headshot.
I want to get the real you. I want to get the real person. I want to give them a headshot that they're proud of. I want to stamp this moment in time for them.
Hurley says people have come to him after trying AI, describing the results as stale.
I think everybody's sick of AI already. I don't think anybody's going to take an AI headshot and slap it on a wall.
We reached out to LinkedIn about the trend. A spokesperson said, "We recommend being authentic in your profile picture as this helps maintain trust. We do allow the use of tools, including AI, to enhance or create profile photos. However, the photo must reflect your likeness." LinkedIn can remove photos that don't comply with their policies. Still, Sam DeMace says AI headshots can be a bargain compared to studio sessions that can cost hundreds of dollars.
If you don't have the free income to hire a photographer, having the option to use AI to help you make a professional headshot that's going to land you a higher paying job, that does democratize the process.
Her tips: give an AI platform multiple real photos to work with, use a clean background, and double check the details.
CBD use is on the rise for people and for pets. Products containing CBD are often marketed to help with pain and sleep, but could it help with aggression in dogs? Gwen Bumgarner digs into the latest research for our four-legged friends.
Despite it raining cats and dogs, behavioral trainer Brett Endies takes his dog Sue through a list of commands at this LA dog park.
Sit.
While Sue is a good boy, Endies regularly works with dogs exhibiting aggression.
Yeah, all day long.
Data from the Dog Aging Project found that more than 55% of dog owners reported some aggressive behaviors in their pets. The project includes more than 47,000 dogs. Data also indicated a link between dogs becoming less aggressive following long-term use of CBD or hemp products.
It is very important that people know we are not saying run out and get CBD. This is an interesting finding that needs to be further pursued.
Dr. Julia Albright is one of the co-authors of a study into CBD use and dog aggression. Researcher analysis noted behavioral changes in dogs with consistent CBD use for at least 2 years as compared to dogs with no use, pointing to potential long-term benefits on temperament. Dr. Albright underscores the need for more research, noting the amount and type of CBD product varied in the dog data they analyzed, and a dog's CBD use was sometimes prompted by pain management, not aggression.
And I can tell you right now as a specialist, it is never going to be a treatment alone.
Endies agrees, but does recommend CBD to some of his clients.
I really find that it works best in complement to a very thorough, consistent training program, having the proper relationship with the dog, giving the dog the right outlets.
Labeling CBD products as a potential tool, not a quick fix.
Backstreet's back and here to stay for a bit longer. Plus, Bruce Springsteen makes a big announcement about his return to the stage. Here are tonight's entertainment headlines.
Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance is making a mark on Spain. This mural in Barcelona has become a popular tourist attraction in recent days, depicting the Puerto Rican singer holding a football that reads, "Together, we are America." The boss is headed on tour.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band will be taking the stage this spring.
Bruce Springsteen made the announcement on social media, inviting fans to his upcoming Land of Hope and Dreams American tour. The announcement comes just weeks after the musician released his latest piece of political commentary through the song Streets of Minneapolis. The upcoming tour kicks off in Minneapolis at the end of March. Meanwhile, the Backstreet Boys are extending their Into the Millennium residency at Sphere Las Vegas, celebrating 25 years of their Millennium album. The popular boy band is adding 6 new summer shows. Tickets go on sale next Friday. And Wild Boys Strangers in Town dives into the fear and confusion one town faced after 2 boys appeared in their area without any record of their existence, claiming they'd lived off the grid their whole lives.
Who are these guys? Why are they here?
Where do they come from? What's their story?
The 2-part documentary follows the true story about the search for answers. Wild Boys Strangers in Town is available today exclusively on Paramount+.
Now stay tuned. Final look at weather after this.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
February is the month of love at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With my popular annual Show Your Love 3 Ways Valentine packages that come with candy, a forever rose, and amazing selections of jewelry, you will show how much you love them. And let me help you with that month of love engagement ring. I strive to give you the very best experience. Your forever journey starts with my personal attention and commitment to perfection.
Richardson Jewelers.
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
MeTV presents Potter Poetry.
Oh, pony pucks, bull cookies, horse hockey, pigeon pellets, mule muffins, monkey muffins, beaver biscuits, buffalo bagels, buffalo chips. That's what she said. Suffering buffalo chips, suffering saddle soap, suffering sheep dip.
Watch Colonel Potter on MASH.
Hot diggity, hot saucy, hot mustard.
MASH, weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
And welcome back. You might have been at the UP 200 on Friday thinking, oh, we're done with winter. This is beautiful. It's very comfortable, some sunshine. And I told you it would be short-lived. And I wanted to warn everyone, we're not done with winter, not officially until the calendar says March 20th. And winter is going to take advantage of every day that it has until it turns to spring. So a winter weather advisory and winter storm warning will bring an additional light accumulation of snow, maybe a bit on the moderate side if you're up to Houghton or Eagle Harbor. And the ice is going to be another component that returns to the area for Thursday night and into Friday morning and through Friday afternoon. So we get a slight break in this overall major low pressure system that we're working with. There's multiple rounds of snow on the way. We're done with the bulk of it from last night, lingers into tomorrow. We get that break for tomorrow during the day. That's a good checkpoint time to try to get rid of some of that snow that has fallen, because more snow will fall. For Friday takes us into a snowy weekend, and the snow flurries and snow showers continue into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, you don't see this every day. A ship buried for centuries coming back to the surface. It's happened in Sweden's capital city of Stockholm. Record low water levels have revealed the massive wooden hull of the 400-year-old warship. Now researchers are racing to identify it.
But we know that we found cannonballs, we found pottery inside the ship, we found ropes and so on. So we can see, and also by the construction, that this is a warship.
Archaeologists say the ship belonged to the Swedish Navy and was deliberately sunk back in the 1640s to help build a bridge. That's it for now, everyone. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central. See you then.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes